How are you guys doing? Thank you guys. One more time for Dimitri, guys. Thank you. Good to see you guys. Well, my name is Vishnu Vaka. If you can't tell by my accent, I am from New Jersey. Just got to introduce myself, right? I'm also fat. I came to terms with it in my third grade. There's nothing I can do about that shit, so... Okay, this is how I found out. Like, I dropped something. I told this kid standing next to me to pick it up for me. He said, "Pick it up yourself, you fat fuck." But that's not what I found out, though. I wanted to kick his ass. He ran away. I didn't feel like chasing him. I was like, fuck this guy, I am fat. I'm just going to wait till he forgets and then kick his ass. So that's what I did. I also changed 14 schools by the time I hit 5th grade because my parents were trying to figure out their life, so they were moving. But the thing is, they won't tell me we're moving. They just show up at my school with a moving truck. But when you move so much, you're always trying to make friends, right? So I was at this one school, and there was this one kid. He was being bullied by this other fat kid. And I thought I could take him. So I told him, like, dude, tell him we're going to kick his ass after school. So this guy went and talked shit to him, and he told him we're going to kick his ass after school. The entire school was excited for this fight. You know, it was this new fat kid and the skinny kid versus the school bully. We're about to change the history of that school. And that afternoon, my parents pulled up with a moving truck. I still wonder what happened to that kid. I moved to America when I was 15. I did not want to come here because I was happy in India, because I know the fucking language. And life is super easy when you know the language. And my parents are like, well, you seem to be doing okay here. Let's see how you do if you don't even know the fucking language. And I was trying to convince them we shouldn't move to America. So one of the things I told them was, listen, British people ruled us for 200 years. You know, they stole everything we got. And now that they're gone and we're rebuilding our country, all the smart people are leaving. I want to stay back and help with the rebuild. And my parents are like, son, who told you you were smart? I mean, if you don't know, you are the reason we are leaving India. Best thing you can do for India is leave. So that's how I showed up here, kicking and screaming. Did not want to come here. But once I landed here, I was happy. You guys want to know why? You don't give a fuck. Because I found out I'm not fat anymore. I was fitting into mediums. Dude, I wore a medium shirt. I called my friends in India. I was like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Not fat, I'm American. And I was super proud of it too. Like, I was like, my parents moved to West Virginia. Of all the places they could move in America, like I was imagining when they said America, like big ass buildings and bridges and tunnels, and they took me this fucking village in West Virginia. White people who cannot spell. Like, dude, I know more English than you do, and that's your mother tongue. Like, what the fuck? But it was fun though. We used to go hunting there. Because they hunt like, what do they think? The squirrels. But you shoot, they eat the brains, they like the brains. That's a delicacy. Yeah. So you got to shoot them on the body. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Like my parents like moved me from like a village, like right next to forest in India, where I was literally hunting ravens with the tribal kids, to like West Virginia, where I was hunting squirrels with white kids. I was like, nothing changed. It's just like these people think they're better than the rest of the world, but that's about it. Like, I don't know what's up with Americans. Even the dumbest American will be like, I'm the best in the world. I'm like, how, bro? Like, how the fuck are you best in the world? You haven't stepped out of Morgantown. You don't even know what is out there. But I'm like, yeah, we're the best. And then like the biggest show was like Pinky and Brain. Remember that? Like everybody want to be a boss. Everybody's like, I want to take over the world. Like, what the fuck are you going to do with it? Like, I don't know. The people that actually are running it are dumbasses too. Like, there's no difference. Like, they could run it or the people that are running. There's no fucking difference. Okay, right now India and Pakistan are fighting. They're bombing each other, right? The narrative is Muslims want to kill Hindus and vice versa. That's what they're both told. So ultimately, that's the reason they're fighting. So I was like, yo, like, they want to kill each other. That's what is happening. Extreme Hindus don't want extreme Muslim, and extreme Muslims, and we're kind of letting them control. So I was like, I asked ChatGPT. I was like, because I'm a Hindu, I was like, hey ChatGPT, why do Muslims really want to kill me? And it said yes. I was like, why do they want to kill me? And it said, because they're taught to kill you. I was like, where are they taught to kill me? And it said, in the madrasas. I was like, who wrote the madrasa curriculum? It said, University of Nebraska. I was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck University of Nebraska writes curriculum for madrasas? I mean, which asshole came up with that idea? Because in 1980s, Afghanistan was a communist country. Do you guys know that? Fucking Afghanistan, the country right now, extreme motherfuckers, killing women from going to school. That country turned communist in 1980. They had a communist revolution. Let that sink in. But some asshole in American power decided, we cannot let them be communists. We need to make them capitalists. So go teach them about capitalism. But no, they went to Nebraska University. They designed a curriculum teaching in Afghan languages, Pashto, and there's this other language, teaching kids the violent ideology of Islam. They trained kids for 2 generations since 1980s. And they paid Pakistan to introduce that in their madrasas, so they could provide them with soldiers to fight Afghans, communists in Afghans. And then once they won the war, Americans just came back. And those people who are trained there, they got nothing else to do. So they're going around killing people. Every time there is a time for India, Pakistan to get together and have a peace talk, some motherfucker goes through the border and shoots somebody. Now we're back to fighting. And that ideology was introduced to us from University of Nebraska. So whichever motherfucker came up with that plan, he's a fucking villain. That dude should be in jail. There is no difference from that motherfucker and Hitler. Well, what the fuck do I know? I'm fat. Yeah, man, I like America. It's fun though. Living in India, I got to get introduced to a lot of religions. Living in America, I got introduced to a lot of races. So, but you learn so much from seeing people. But one thing is common though with everybody. We always justify our actions and then look at other people as look at that motherfucker. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But we never look at us like ourselves. Every time, even you kill some motherfucker, I think he drew a weapon. You guys are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you not working at Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah. People in America think I'm good with technology. I don't know why. I'm not. But I get a job in IT, though. I'm working in IT. Because as long as I go to the interview and there are no other Indian people there, I got the fucking job. But Mondays are the worst. Because that's when I realized I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do for the rest of the week. Because Sunday is fun. Sunday evening I start getting sad. Friday night, like Thursday night, my party starts. I'm like, fuck you all, I'm not doing shit. I still have job till Monday. Because you didn't fire me yet. But sometimes they fire you on Fridays. But like Friday afternoon, you're like off the hook. So you party Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, you start getting a little sad. And then Monday morning is when you're like, why the fuck do we even need to work? Why do we need computers? Why do we need all these things? Why can't life be simple? Why can't we just live in the caves like back in the day? Shit was simple, right? You wake up, you find something to eat, and you're done for the day. Like if you're like an artist, maybe you draw some stick figures in your cave. But that's pretty much it. And I'm from India, it's even easier for us. We don't even need caves. It's a tropical country. All I need is a tree. Sit under it long enough, something edible will fall on me. And I'm done for the day. That's probably why, if you think about West, they're always hunting, because they had to protect their food. They have very cold weather, so they have limited daylight, so they got to keep track of their time. They got to they got to hunt for their food. They got to protect their food. So they needed weapons, and for them, if they see another person, that's a threat, because that motherfucker is going to take my food. But for us, sitting under a tree, we're bored as fuck. I mean, everyone that walk by you, you'll be like, yo, you want to come down and hang out? I mean, they do that even right now in villages. People will be sitting in the middle of the village, and he got nothing to do. He would have a pack of cards, and everybody will be walking by. He'll be like, yo, you want to play a game? And they'll be chilling there. I'm like, I want to be like that, just chill there, wait for something to fall on you. And the biggest problem you might have is you got to stretch. So that's why we came up with yoga. Stretch like a dog, stretch like a cat, stretch like a happy baby, and get back under the tree. And then we wrote about Kama Sutra. Yeah, we came up with Kama Sutra because what else are you going to think about? Once you're done eating and once you're done stretching, what are you going to think about? Kama Sutra. How many different ways I can fuck? Because until religion, Abrahamic religion came into India, women were free. Men would wear a lungi because it's so fucking hard. It just goes around your waist. And then women would wear a sari, which is literally one piece of that goes around just cover your breast, and nobody gave a fuck. And then Muslims and Christians came into India and then shamed us to move our women inside the house. And then now they turn around and make fun of us. It's fucked up, right? But anyways, I like YouTube. I learned so much shit, all this shit from YouTube. Yeah. The other day I was watching these two elephants have sex. I'm not fat shaming, these are two real elephants. There is the female, and the camera panned over to the male, and there it was standing on its 5 legs. And it started making its way toward the female, but now the 5th leg wasn't touching the ground. It was swaying in the air. I was like, poor thing, something wrong with the leg. But then it came behind the female and started putting what I thought is a leg inside her. That's when I was like, wait a minute, that's not a leg. That's a dick. That's the biggest dick I ever saw. I mean, bigger than mine. Because I'm dark-skinned. Dark-skinned people, we got big dicks. You guys know that. But this is big. This is the biggest dick I ever saw. I was like, wow, that thing is going to fit in? It fit in. The entire thing went inside. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I was like, okay. Thanks. I was like, I see that. Let's see how far back you can pump. You guys know what pumping is, right? Like this motion. Because it don't matter how big of a dick you got if you're not pumping far back. Right? So I was like, well, I see you got a big ass dick, but let's see how far back you can pump. I waited 10 minutes. He did not pump once. And it was pissing me off. Because I got shit to do. I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is this the reason elephants are dying off? Man, you got a big ass dick. So you put it all the way in. Man, all the way in, like there's no space. And you're just going to let it soak in there? What the fuck is wrong with you? I had to find out. So I started Google searching elephant sex. I found out you guys will like this. I found out that elephant penis has an extra muscle. Yeah. They don't need to pump. They put it in and flex their dick. Dude, think about that for a second. You want to talk about technology we need? We don't need self-driving cars, but self-driving dicks? That's what I'm fighting for. That's my cause. I'm going all over the world spreading the gospel. I mean, like, that's my tour name, Self-Driven. You're all welcome to support my cause, and I promise you, all the proceeds will go to make sure some underprivileged kid somewhere gets an extra muscle. Alright guys, that's my time. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night.